here across the desk. I mean, for us as well, predictions going into this match, Gambit should be able to take it. They should be able to just kind of crush through CLG. CLG haven't really shown us anything to get behind in the past months, and so it's just like, right, you kind of expect Gambit, who have had a little bit more LAN exposure recently, to get the job done and just kind of crush them out on Dust 2. We're just seeing where Gambit are a little bit shaky on the map, it seems.
Also impressive, I think, for CLGs who are doing this well, when you forget about a whole part of the map, when you don't even realize that you can hold the middle with human beings from your own team.
Right.
That's impressive, because they were really just holding A, long, and B, and just 2 rounds maybe out of 15 that they decided to have someone in the CT spawn, which I would venture to say you won't see much for the rest of this major tournament. I think every time we see Dust 2, we're going to see a lot more rounds where there's someone in CT spawn. We'll see how this goes. Now Gambit are on the CT side. They have the kit, and they have a couple of flashbangs here. CLG, all armor except for Hazed.
Yeah, Hayes actually going to be taking the hit. He's going to have the smoke grenade to start things off, and well, it is not really necessary. It's just a straight rush onto the B site coming through. They do trade, but Adrian with a push up to top mid is going to take down Tarek. And so that kind of ruins things here for CLG. They will be able to get out onto the B site, but Doja's already here. 3 players on B slope actually for Gambit. And so as soon as that bomb goes down, they could even try and just get in there to take the fight. The smoke is going to go down, blocking off the B slope doors, but Gambit are in position to try and pounce on this. They're going to go for that 2-man on B slope, 2-man in upper dark, kind of split onto the site and hope to crush the defense.
Bit of a tough defense actually coming out here for CLG. They're a man down and they don't have any equipment at all, but good shot from Adrian, taking down Hayes. Now, Peter and Kusta, they've got more to do, and they're going to go aggressive, and that's such a smart move. Very intelligent Counter-Strike coming out. That's exactly what they had to do. Now we're talking a 2-on-2. They're holding outside, and Adrian, he wants to push him. Kusta's holding behind. They're reading it so well. What a round coming out. Peter with the triple, Kusta with the double, and this is one you should take note of. Just put a little mental note in your mind. Go back and watch this round, because that's exactly how you want to play Counter-Strike. If they had stayed in the bomb side, I guarantee you 100% of the time they would lose that. 2-on-4 when you're being sandwiched in, it is not going to work. You have to just essentially man up and go and get that fight outside of the bomb side. That's so smart play.
Well, that's exactly it. It's your only chance. You're going to get crushed if you stay put, so look for the fight. You see it to actually become a part of the standard hold as well. When the B split actually comes in, the guys who play B, they'll try and challenge upper dark. They'll try and look for the weakness in the push. And this time around, CLG, they actually get it to break their way. So Gambit, they got robbed. And once again, well, both teams picking up a pistol round. So they've all got, I mean, it's basically even, equal going forward from here. 8-8, it's tied up, but already Mo, he had a strong start to the first half, kind of dropped off a little bit towards the end of the first half. At least here he's able to get something done. He gets that scout into play, starts things off strong for Gambit in the 17th.
Gambit going for a bit of a stack up over a long. Adrian, Doja, and Mo up there. So I like the double scout in play from Gambit. I think actually that's an underutilized strat on Dust 2, especially on Dust 2 is something that you could do. I would even argue you could get 3 scouts if you had the money for it. I don't think that would be a waste on Dust 2.
There's just so many long angles. I mean, look, the way that they've set it up now, Mo's playing at car. This is usually where you'll have your AWP. Now, at the scout, that works out fine, because he can, if the smoke goes down, he can try and jump over the smoke, still be accurate, turns away for the flash, or at least he's expecting one. It's going to be a bit of a delayed flash. No flash at all. And so now he actually gets to just hang out around here, spots the man in the smoke, and Tarek actually catches him off guard.
Wow, what a shame. Looked like there was a big opening there. Nice accuracy coming out from Doja, taking Cutler down to 13 health, but still a good round here for CLG so far, at least. Got to be a bit careful now, as 2 of their members are quite low on health here, and actually they're dropping everyone, it seems. Oh no, they're going to get overrun, and an absolute roar erupts from Gambit. I could hear that all the way up here. Again, they're on a different floor from us. They're 1 floor down, and a little bit sort of isolated down there, and still you could hear the excitement. 9-8, and they are going to be moving into the 18th round here. That's such a big win for Gambit, even if it was a bad start.
That's huge. First time now we're going to see that second round win coming through for the team that was ecoing, or force buying in Gambit's case, right? They are a team that will go for the Kevlars. You guys saw the double scout, and it works. They actually managed to build off of that. And so, well, what are you going to do if you're CLG? You're the ones who have to go for the pistols. They aren't actually going to try and turn this into a brawl either. Some teams would go for the force buy behind this, go for Tech 9 armor, try and rush out onto a site. Instead, CLG, they're going to be counting on the 19th round. So it almost just follows the regular pattern here, as if they had lost the pistol. Now they're just going to go for a round of eco, and they'll try and buy in the next one. no smokes, no flashes, nothing to really help them get that bomb plant happening, though. So that's a little frustrating here for CLG. They're going to have to look for some headshots.
Mo deciding, since the scout wasn't really working for him, the grenade will do 88 damage in one grenade there. So that's going to be a bit annoying for Cutler. And then Hooch coming in to clean up what was left. So overall, fairly comfortable round coming out of out of Gambit. And they're not really taking many risks either, it seems. They're just going to be playing it safe behind those doors.
Yeah, they're just saying, come and look for the, you want to fight? You're going to have to do it through a choke point. Hazed and Peta, though, both with Deagles, both finding headshots. Doja will drop Hazed. Finally, Doja getting into the fight. He pushed out from Longhouse. They realized exactly where the remaining CLG players were. So now Doja's the one to save the day here. He drops Peta down to 6 HP. And Peta, at this point, he's just content to sit and wait. Somehow survives that HE grenade with 3 HP.
It is getting pretty close right now.
This is a little silly.
Obviously, just hoping for the 1 Deeg to come in somewhere. And again, any kill here is definitely going to help them out so much, but eventually they should be able to find him. And they've got the bomb in there, so they don't really need to go anywhere. There's the round, but it became more expensive than it needed to be. It's going to help out CLG later on, as they can actually go into a buy this round. So good job there. 8-10 though. And we'll see if Gambit can play the CT side. That's what I'm really curious about.
Exactly. I mean, now Mo, he was, if he has that AWP, he can continue to try and do some damage here on that CT side, right? Depends on where they want to put him. It looks like he's going to go for the fight in mid. But it's 4 rifles backing him up, and we'll see if it's going to be a key part of their game plan to go for the double AWP. It's always an option here for Gambit. So CLG, instead of actually going aggressive, trying to go for a rush anywhere, they're just going for a default kind of hold. Hazed is going to get tagged, though. And that was at top mid, so Mo, it does work out that he is challenging mid. He eventually gets some damage in there. But this is basically where everything stabilizes now for both of these teams. Both of them, fall into defaults or sort of scenarios here.
Right, and just to point out again, already Gambit off with the mid control, right? They got Mo, they got Hooch in here, so Space alone in B, but not so much alone, not more than they can just rotate a couple of members in there to help out. Nice shot for Mo coming out. Hazed caught trying to dance on the edge there, and that's going to be 4 on 4 here. Tarek did get a kill in return.
Hooch is close enough to hear the footsteps on catwalk, so he's going to be communicating that to his teammate. That's Adrian holding up on the site itself. But now that they start walking, this is where Hooch starts to wonder, okay, what is the play? 50 seconds left on this clock, meaning that CLG, they still have some options. They can still change things up and try and go back to B or try to pressure in mid, which is why Hooch puts that smoke up, wants to try and buy as much time as possible here before CLG actually have to commit to a site. 40 seconds left. And with everybody here for pretty much on catwalk for CLG, apart from the man holding in mid, it is looking like this will eventually turn into an A hit here for CLG. They have the smokes necessary. They even have a flash to force Doja off of the angle at Cars. But that's not necessary. Adrian's going to catch Tarek mid-air, and there's Doja stepping in. Drops Kusta. Peta will be able to bring it back, but they've taken so much damage now for CLG that it's really not looking too hot for him.
No, there's no way out of this round, it seems. Peta, the last man left, actually somehow hits that headshot. He should have been dead, and now he could really do this. Space has got no grenades except that flashbang to try and get in here. Peta needs a headshot, and he needs it quick. He's got the double kill. He's going to peek up behind the box. He sees Space. He's out of the open. He's got no cover, and he's charging in. Peta trying to play this one smart. He gets the kill, but not quite. Oh, that's so close. He hit him once, and a couple of more bullets would have done it, but Space going to get him in return, and that's going to be another round here for Gambit. Wow, that was close. 11-8 now in favor of Gambit. And CLG, they got the bomb planted. They got more out of that round than they should have, it seemed.
Yeah, I mean, now it's not a double eco that they're staring down. They can go for the half buy. You can see Kusta going to commit to it. No reason to go for the force. They're just going to kind of meet halfway and just decide in the next round, the 21st, to go for the full. Gambit, though, that's just where you kind of like wipe the sweat off your brow. It came way too close that I'm losing it. Another clutch. They're fairly even on clutches so far between both of these teams. So, I mean, Kusta with the ace, Gambit with the eco round win. I mean, so it's just like it's so even right now. It's really hard to call which team is going to take control because right now, both of them are pretty much dead even.
CLG's economy, though, could be a big factor, and they're doing a lot to make up for it right now. Adrian out of the open, but he does get 2 really good kills, and they're trying to run him down. Tarek has even stolen that AWP, and now he's locked in, scoped up on that smoke. He wants someone to come through. They're going to throw a couple of... Well, actually, just another smoke there. No flashbang, it seemed. Tarek missing a shot. Still a very expensive round. Bomb plant plus 3 kills. definitely a big win for CLG in this one round.
Yeesh. That is just so nasty, and well, that's exactly how it's supposed to work for CLG. They're supposed to be able to get up onto the side of the Tech 9s, just run their opponents down, get in their opponent's face. Adrian made it close. He made it possible for Gambit to survive, because if Adrian goes down without the 2 kills, that's pretty much it. It's over for Gambit, and they lose to an eco round basically coming in from CLG, which would be horrendous. Which would actually balance things out between both of them, but regardless, you're right. CLG, they get the bomb plant, they get the bonus money. Kusta's got the op, and he's got the spawn for long. And so now, I mean, Gambit have been setting up that long control early on. We have to see, can Kusta get the timing right? He's a little bit late, and Mo's going to win the duel. No element of surprise there for Kusta.
Not at all, and also, peek that's really hard to do like that. I wonder why people started going away from the sort of jumping into the angle instead of crouching into it. Because that was popular right after the AWP change, but then it sort of went away again. Space with a good spray here as CLG are looking to get onto the B bomb site, and they're going to make the opening happen at least. So now it's a 2-1-2. Hayes is in there and putting down the bomb, and he might have to do a lot of work. Peter, though, look how aggressive he's being. Again, this is... I mean, Peter's not like the superstar, but this is intelligent play coming out. He's playing tactically a very smart game, probably to try and make up for the fact that I'm assuming his aim won't be as good as the rest. And Hayes also going for it. Very good job there. CLG just absolutely outplaying Gambit in that round. It's interesting.
It's just that's where Mo, you could see Mo. I mean, every time, almost every time that you run up into Upper Dark like that, you're expecting the terrorists to hold right outside of the tunnel onto the B side itself. So for Mo, you just kind of throw it in there to spice things up. Mo literally catches Mo, rather Peter catches Mo with his knife out, because Mo is expecting, right, I've got another split second, then I'll swap to my AK, I'll pre-aim that angle that I expect the guy to be holding at. Unfortunately, sometimes that's just the way it works. Kusta is going to spot both players making their way over towards that B site, however. So now at least CLG have an accurate read on the situation. They know that 2 went across. They don't know if there's a third in mid. Instead, that's going to be a man holding on catwalk. But now they know that this might be an eco round, just because Space goes for a bit of the shot with the P250 there.
Yes, and a small detail that was happening there is Hooch was shooting from behind Space. And that's a fake that people throw out sometimes. That's an audio fake, right? So if you're on the T side, you're hearing shots coming through, you're thinking that's probably someone who's on the plateau just shooting for fun, right? Your immediate thought won't be, oh, there's someone right on that corner who's going to be waiting for me. So it's just a small trick, and it's kind of cool to see it work. You know, used. It should probably be used more, I think. That's 9-12 as a scoreline. And just to point out, Peter is top fragging. He's got 17 kills right now, doing the best on CLG.
I like how you're saying, you know, teamwork should be something we see more often. And
yeah.
Like, what? Yeah, and blowing my mind here.
Revolutionary idea. But sometimes the individual stuff works as well. Hayes coming in with a good double return. He's, by the way, now probably top of the scoreboard, I think, with 18 kills. So really, really impressed. I don't know where Hayes is pulling all of this out from, but it seems to be working quite well now. Very aggressive move coming out to try and catch him there. Hooch also with a smart play.
Seems like they're going to commit to this A site. A little bit of a problem, though. All 3 members are here for Gambit. Eventually, Tarek will find the shot on Hooch. Spaze gets taken out by Hayes, who stacks up yet another kill, and a quad kill for Hayes in the end. And so you're right, you know, you cursed Peter, man. He was like that feel-good moment for Peter. He was like, yeah, I'm at the top. I'm in the lead. And then Hayes was like, we can't allow our Swedish in-game leader to take the lead on this team. Hayes, he's going to get the job done. Does he have the man bun still? I don't even know. I actually haven't even noticed if he's got the man bun still.
I don't think so. I swear it looked like he was a little bit fresher.
He's done away with the man bun.
Yeah. One of, not that it's relevant to the game right now, but one of the nicest people that's in the Counter-Strike scene. He's definitely a good guy. Oh, again.
Carbon copy. Like literally the same thing. He misses that bunny hop, basically. Kusta, it actually cost him because he could eject himself in there. If he hits that bunny hop just right, he like ejects himself towards the door. Instead, he just kind of like plops down, and then Mo's just like, eh, mouse one.
Yeah, there are so many things I don't like about that peak. The crouching also means that your model is going to be a little bit wider. You know, if you were just standing up and sort of trying to peek into it, maybe, again, if you try to jump into the angle, maybe you could catch him off guard. Even better, just smoke it off and do what people on Reddit seem to be doing all the time, which is just learning that one angle you can shoot at. That's so ridiculous. Just walk in with a shot. I've seen so many people doing that recently. That's going to make it 4 versus 5 here, and we are past the minute mark. And So there is no real mid control, and there is an opening for a mid split here that could actually work out massively for CLG. That would be such a sick call if that happens, and indeed that is what's happening. Peter even making it better, taking out Space, and Hooch, he drops the bomb. They know what's happening. They need a quick rotation. He's in so much trouble, and he's going to end up going down. CLG on a sort of just on a tactical level right now here on the CT side. They're doing so much work. It's incredible.
Now take your time, guys. You can see them getting a little excited with their nades. Got to hold on to the nades, don't waste them. One of those incendiaries goes down a block off window, bomb gets planted, default sort of spot as well. My one concern is that if Gambit actually had a Molotov, putting everybody on plateau like this would make it real hairy for CLG. But CLG making good use of their nades so far to buy more time. Tarek even has a flash left, and now it's going to get rough here for Gambit. They catch Tarek peeking, though. That's the flash down. And Dren's going to start things off, and that's the man advantage. But Peter brings it back with the wallbang shot. Eventually, Doja and Boo, though, they split onto the site, one from window, one from doors. And it's just too much for Peter to handle with that AWP. Obviously, he's got one shot. Unfortunately, they're not going to like be gentlemen about it, like line up for him, and he gets 2 for 1. Doesn't usually work that way.
What an impressive retake from Gambit. We've got to give them a lot of credit. That's very hard to do. And again, you sort of pointed it out, Terry getting picked off. Also, it's very obvious in that retake that CLG didn't know that Gambit were not putting anyone from upper. Because if they were, they would have held very different positions, right? And they would have probably had someone in upper dark that could have bought time at the end, right? So there were a lot of weird things that happened in the retake, but Gambit comes out on top, and it puts this game essentially on knife's edge. Neither team has any money to buy, so whoever loses is going to be ecoing. And Hooch playing very aggressive.
Some good communication here for CLG, though. Kusta was spotting mid. He spotted 3 players cross over towards the B site. Instantly, his teammates Tarek and Cutler stop in their tracks at T-spawn. They don't even go into Upper Dark. They're like, right, there's a real risk of us getting caught, and it's exactly what Gambit go for. 3 guys push into Upper Dark, looking to catch somebody out from CLG. CLG 1 step ahead, and that's all off the information coming in from Kusta. Very well played, good teamwork. Moo misses the shot, though. A little bit of a missed opportunity for Gambit to really wreck things and try and bring it back for themselves.
Look at Doja, though. He's actually run into T-spawn. Oh, no, he's going to run into everyone here. Too many targets all at once, and in a really sort of twisted way, it ends up working out in CLG's favor. Normally, that's when you've hit the jackpot on the CT side. If you can get into T-spawn like that, you pretty much control the whole map. But they came back for him. Now it's Hooch playing on the stairwell here. Peter on the other side with his knife out. And just managed to switch to the rifle, not quick enough to get the kill, though. And now they're going to charge in. They see that as a sign that going A is the right move. Adrian is here, and he's going to call for backup. They have almost no grenades on Gambit. That is a really big issue.
Yeah, how do you retake? I mean, how do you actually get it rolling? Space has a single flash. There's a smoke on him as well. It's all on this guy now. And well, I mean, they are going to be moving up on catwalk moves there with this AWP, but nobody's speaking from CLG. They're doing a fine job right now of just trying to burn time off of this clock. They don't care if they go with the bomb at this point. They just want the round. Adrian's going to take Hayes, though, and Mo's finding the shot on Tarek. It's now down to the long defense. Cutler and Kusta has that AWP. Cutler up close, loses the spray fight, and Hooch with the long term, well, I mean, with the long con, basically, lurks his way out onto long and catches out Kusta. Perfect retake for Gambit. They don't need nades, Anders. They don't need nades. They just walk in and take fights and win fights.
And crucially, the one that they had on Space, which they would have needed if Hooch hadn't killed Kusta down there, he was coming up through CT spawn. So if that grenade got lost on the slope there, they don't have the smoke to defuse. But a lot of credit to Hooch. This is one of those areas of Counter-Strike that's so murky, but playing long like that and waiting until the perfect time to go and get the kill is really, really hard to do, right? So definitely very impressed. That was a very good job on Hooch there, staying put for a long time. 14-10 is what we're looking at. And again, as we pointed out, no matter who would lose the round, they wouldn't have money to buy CLG. I'm wondering if we are seeing some sort of timeout or tactical timeout here. It could be.
They get 1 per map, right? So you get, at any point you can use your timeout, but you only get the 1. It should be a 2-minute long timeout as well. So it's basically like, right, thanks to the wall.
Can I point something out here that's confusing to me? You know, Gambit's got that red star as part of their logo.
Right.
But the CLG guys, they have a star on their uniform as well on the side. That really messes me up. That's more than my brain can handle.
I wonder, there's like some symmetry going on. You're right. Is that actually like the Captain America sort of style going on here? I think that's what's going on.
It could be.
Because you have a bunch of stars. You notice that, like in light blue, right? A bunch of stars in the blue as well. Yeah,
it was just the 4th of July, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. But you know, I'm so out of touch with holidays. I didn't even know. Like, to me, it's just like, oh yeah, okay, so travel to Cologne, get ready for the major, and then everybody's just like, Happy Independence Day. I was just like, oh right.
Personally, a bit sad that I wasn't in America when that happened. I feel like that could be fun.
Especially because they'll go to like what baseball stadiums and stuff like that, and just fire off fireworks everywhere. Football stadiums, like there's a lot of fireworks going on.
When I was flying out of Chicago to come here, there were some early fireworks going off when you were on the airplane. I like it. On a more serious note, though, we got CLG buying up here, so they're not going to go for the eco. They force it up anyway. Guess they don't want to play for overtime. Can't really blame them, but it is a big risk. They need some sort of big breakthrough here, and I'm noticing they haven't really tried too much for the catwalk hits yet. They've had a couple of them, but they haven't gone really hard at it.
I was thinking the same thing, but like what's difficult for CLG right now is that Gambit have actually shown quite a few different ways that they're willing to hold, right? They're putting 3 guys over towards B. They're going for default holds. They're challenging it long. They're challenging it. They're basically showing a pretty large variety. So it's kind of tough for Peter to, you know, put his finger down and say, right, this is what we got to do. There's the weakness. And in this round, Gambit, they're expecting some kind of change, so they go back to much more of a default kind of way to approach things. You can see Mo, he's set up at cars, now on A site, and they're just spread. They're like, right, you guys can have mid. We're going to focus 3 on A, 2 on B, and just try and lock things down. And if you go for the B split, well, we do have a man in CT to cover that. That's Adrian, so I like it here. Gambit, man, really just kind of spreading themselves out.
Well, I mean, it is getting to the point where they can't really make any more mistakes here, so we'll see if CLG can find a way through at all. Mo up on the A bomb site, and he's got that AWP. He's not got that many grenades. In fact, in general, Gambit are a little bit low on grenades, but we've got to give them a lot of credit. We were sort of saying that the big worry was whether or not they'd be able to play the CT side well enough, and they have. I think they've shown some really good defense on CT side so far. So now it's up to CLG to show us what they can do on the T side here. Got the bomb in upper dark. That's a big tell that something might be up. I think they might actually try and split B, having Tarek jump down. He actually waits on the ledge. That can get you killed in so many ways, but instead they pick up Hoochin. That leaves Space alone, and he somehow sprays down both players. What an incredible defense. And now the bomb is dropped. He has control over it right now, and it's just waiting for them to show up. Space very nearly with the triple kill, but they are going to make it back. And Tarek waiting in CT spawn, and there's almost no way Mo should know, but he is going to check. It seems he's looking for it. He's worried as well. It's going to be the peek in, and Tarek will still take him down. Adrian charging in from behind and picking up Cutler. Now, this is just a brutal fight. No more tactics, just going to be down to the aim, it seems. It's a 2-on-2. Adrian and Dozier left here. Flashbang coming in. Tarek shooting on the other side. He's flashed. What a great grenade, and Adrian will close it out. That's going to be 15 rounds for Gambit. What a retake, and what a play here. Triple from the Kazakhstani player. Yeah,
I mean, talk about your star coming through in the end. We've seen that all week long at E-League. You know, it was Adrian leading the charge for Gambit. He's the one who's doing a lot of the work for them. And again, in a round that matters, that puts them up onto match point, and they have 5 of them now. CLG got a bomb plant, but it's still not going to be a pretty buy for them. They just don't have the money to go for full rifles. And so, yeah, Adrian.
Also, honorable mention to Space, who shot down. I mean, because imagine if he just trades 1-for-1,
it's not good enough.
They'd probably just straight lose the round. I'm not even sure it would make sense for Gambit to retake. If it was just a 1-for-1 trade, then they probably just don't even try. So, what a ridiculous round. Good leg shot coming in on Tarek, and CLG gambling everything on this round. They have to. They've got no choice. It's match and match point here for Gambit. One more round, and CLG gonna end up losing the first one here.
Mo is just unbelievably quick, but that was a fantastic shot from Hazed at the barrel's top mid. Spots him out, and they'll get the follow-up on Hooch as well, and now they can just go straight out onto the B site. Adrian trying to make a difference. He's going to get that flash down. Little does he know, Kusta waiting around the angle. Spaze, though, is going to be there to take the shot, and now it's a 3-on-4 retake here for the B site. Tarek about to be gifted an HE, but it's going to go a bit too far behind him.
How does that not kill him? That's so close. The big thing here is the fact that Peter is still holding in middle on the catwalk. There's a good kill coming in. So no bomb plant just yet, but Peter should be able to at least make a difference right now. Although, because the bomb is not down, they're not fully focused on the site. And now that position has been revealed. That also means they know there's only 2 people left inside the bomb site. So if they try and plant, this is exactly what happens. They're going to charge in. Hazed picks another kill, making it a triple. It's still a 2-on-2. The bomb plant is still not happening. And Hazed, he's starting to miss shot. He's down to 25 health, and I have no idea how he's still alive. Peter picking up the kill, and Adren alone now in a 1-on-2 and trying to see if he could find another rifle. I think he just wants anything but an AWP. Finally, there's the M4, and the bomb will be going down. Now it's a one-on-one. They throw out a grenade, and he's going to try and peek through in the smoke. He takes a bit of damage. Adrian has to get this round. CLG, he can't let them back in the game, and it is ticking away underneath. He's got the kid. He's trying to see if he could sniff it out, and it's just a patience battle right now. CLG trying to hold strong inside, and finally, they're going to do it in a quad kill. But James Cobb, also known as Hazed, what an incredible round.
Well, that is just, well, chaos. How do you break that down?
Kills. He's top fragging Hazed. I have no idea where this is coming from.
Remember what I said? Hazed, when Hazed starts to wake up, that's when CLG, you know, have a chance. I mean, you can't count on him delivering a quad kill, but also just such a chaotic, ugly round, really. I mean, CLG, that bomb was just not... They had the site for ages, and the bomb was just stuck on the site. They were never actually able to get it down. Gambit, they never let them get comfortable. There's the breaking point, and well, now it's going to be the straight-up YOLO rush out onto the B site. No time wasted. Peta with the pop flash, or rather Adrian with the pop flash. We'll be able to pick up the one. Hooch trying to follow it up, not going to happen. So CLG showing some, well, some bravery, basically. No fear at all. Just go charging out onto the site. And we find ourselves in a similar position again. All 4 players here for Gambit waiting on the outside, hoping to be able to just rush down and deny this bomb plant.
Hayes is holding from behind, and going to be an easy kill on Hooch then. And unlike last time, Gambit obviously don't have the same resources to try and fight with, so it should be a 12th round here for CLG. They're fighting for overtime in their first match of the major, and it's not impossible that that can happen. They essentially just need to win one more big round, and that's all CLG have in terms of money. They won't have that much more.
I like the rotation coming out here from Gambit. They're like, right, we showed ourselves on slope. Now let's go and see if we can get lucky in T-spawn. Hayes is going to doe Mo. He's going to hit the headshot on Space. And now all 3 headshots. Hayes just getting fed kills. Another quad kill for him. Anti-eco quad kills. So, I mean, a little bit less valuable than the round before. But still, Hayes, he's starting to hit some shots.
Those were some good, I mean, some good headshots. I'm starting to get a bit worried.
What, is there a chance you think that the Gambit will throw away 3 rounds in a row? They're on match point right now.
I'm just wondering where this version of Hazed comes from, because it's been quite a while. And I would even say in the past when Hazed has shown up, it's mostly against other American teams, which, you know, by default, we don't credit this as much.
It's fair. It is fair. I mean, NA usually the underdogs when it comes to facing off against the EU. But right now, man, this is Gambit basically, well, swinging for the fences. They've gone for an early buy. They don't want to go for some kind of half buy or anything like that to get all of the nades in the next round. No, they're going to go for the buy here. 3 rifles, an SMG, an AWP on Moo, but it's a glass cannon one, and they hardly have any nades to speak of. So Gambit really just, it either ends now or we're going to 30 rounds, which is nuts. I mean, they're really just going for the wire here.
Yeah, that is very nearly what's on the line right now. Mo up on the bomb site here, and he's got a little bit of backup, and Adrian down on the slope. This is a really good setup because you either have to focus on the AWP, and if you do that, then Adrian has a lot of opportunity to get some good headshots in. This is that catwalk push that we were finally going to get to see. We were talking about it earlier, but they actually jumped down, and again, they try and split. So repeating that same round, and it worked last time, maybe it will work again. Hooch picking up a kill, Kusta with 1. Now Hooch has a turnaround. Does get a good double in, but he was out of bullets. Now the bomb is going to be going down, and because they don't have the money, I don't actually think Doja and Mo should try and fight this.
Not Mo, at least. Doja's got a UMP, but Mo, I mean, if Doja can find a gun somewhere, unfortunately, he's over in T-spawn, so he's not going to be so lucky. There's going to be, what, Cutler holding. They've got a crossfire set up between Peta and Cutler towards Upper Dark, so Doja should not really be able to get out here and get anything done. Mo trying to draw attention to himself in mid, but yeah, they're already thinking about backing off at this point, Gambit. They really don't have anything to work with. If he could actually make his way back to pick up a rifle from somewhere, Doja, that would be good. That would be acceptable.
They have something like $850 in total on their team at the end of this round. Obviously, they're going to get the loss bonus in, but still, this is fairly miserable at this point in time. They are just not in a very good spot on the Gambit team, so this could very well be overtime. It's great that he saves the AK. That will come into play later on. Now, they need to save the unless they want to go for like a mad buy with Pistol's armor here, but I really don't think that's the best choice. I think just save the AK and AWP unless you can win the round with them. But 29th round is coming up, ladies and gentlemen. CLG really fighting hard to stay in this game. They've won the last 3 in a row. They've got Hazed dropping a 30 bomb out of nowhere.
And the rest of the team just trying to keep up. But they figured out the weakness for Gambit. They realized on that B site, it's just a little bit shaky. It's not quite good enough to stop them from running out straight. This time around, however, CLG, they've gone B a couple times. They're like, right, okay, time to change it up. They're going to go and put some pressure on A long. They're looking to get those rifles into play. They know that Gambit are going to be in a bit of an awkward spot economically, and so if there's pistols waiting for you on long, great. Go with the rifles, look for the long-range fight. Only problem is they need to figure out where Mu is on this map. He hasn't shown himself yet. And Mo is currently camped out on Catwalk, so this could get nasty. If he manages to make his way back over here to get eyes towards long, CLG, they run the risk of getting picked off.
He's going to be rotating in. A bit of a smoke there, and a nice flick coming out. Kusta's out of it. They keep fighting, and they definitely shouldn't just leave Mo alone right now. That's going to be one more kill happening, and Hayes in the middle spraying furiously, but they find the other AK. Somehow they ran into the AK, the AWP, and they lose 3 members. And CLG, this might be the end of the line, and I can't even think of a more painful way to possibly lose a match here.
Basically the worst case scenario. You actually do the one thing that will lose you this game, which is, hey, where's the op? Let's keep challenging the op. It's like you lose one guy to the op, okay, that's bad enough. But to keep challenging the op, that's, well, I mean, obviously Mo gets 2 kills and he's still alive. He's still got control. He's at cars now, so CLG, are they actually going to be able to make their way up Catwalk? It seems like that's what they've got their hearts set on right now. 30 seconds left. Cutler and Peta paired up together. Mo's going to be a distraction, though. He's going to take a couple shots, and CLG will be focused on him. Hooch, though, is the security. He's got his CZ, and he's holding in Goose. And they are going to be able to check that, CLG. So Mo's going to hit the first shot. Adrian the second with the flank on Catwalk, and that's it. It's over. 16-13. Gambit will be moving on to face off against Astralis in the winner match.